Americans giving President Biden terrible approval numbers, no matter how you look at it.
Our poll this morning has Biden's approval rating at 33%. That's historically low for him, low for an incumbent president. It's 15 years since we see numbers that low.
35% overall approval versus 59%, a record high for the CNBC All-America survey during the president's tenure.
They aren't improving. In fact, they seem to be going in the other direction.
This entire year has been a downward slide now to this new numeric low. He's at the bottom of this list at 37%.
Now, part of the challenge for Mr. Biden here is that people are simply pretty pessimistic at the moment. 73% said that things are just going badly in America right now.
Overall, 61% said he's part of the problem. On issue number one of the economy, it's a pretty poor outlook from the American people.
Biden is not getting good marks on the economy right now.
Only 31% say that they approve of Biden's handling of the economy.
Only 36% believe Biden can make good decisions on economic policy. That's a 20-point drop since 2021. I wonder why.
49% bad, 26% good in terms of how people feel about Bidenomics.
It's in the cellar.
33-62 on the economy. He's almost as much underwater as he's ever been.
78% of voters view the economy negatively, and 67% say the worst isn't over yet.
His handling of inflation in particular remains low.
President Biden's rating on handling inflation and higher prices is underwater by 40 points.
A lot of people think the prices would continue to go up under his policies.
We're starting to survey how young Americans are feeling about the economy ahead of the election. How would you rate the economy? 41% say poor, 38% fair, not a whole lot of good, and definitely not a whole lot of excellent.
We should see a 10-point advantage for Republicans on the issue of the economy.
Republicans are seen as better able to handle top voter concerns such as inflation and safety-related issues like crime, national security, and terrorism.
The president has a lot of foreign policy, national security crises on his desk right now.
And then now on foreign policy, 29-63, that's a record high, 34 points underwater.
His handling of the war is negative, and it's gone a little lower.
On foreign policy, 33% approve of Joe Biden's job performance.
Just 32% are confident that Biden will make good decisions on immigration.
A critical issue for voters. Just 18% of Americans approve of Biden's handling of the issue.
Our polling also shows that 3 in 4 Americans see the situation at the U.S.-Mexico border as either a crisis or a very serious situation. By more than 5 to 1, voters believe President Biden's policies will lead more migrants to try crossing the border.
76% of voters have major or moderate concerns about Biden not having the mental and physical health for a second term. That includes more than half of Democrats.
28%, just 28% think that President Biden has the mental sharpness to effectively serve for another term.
36% approval among independents. Does not have majority approval among African Americans, nor does he with Latinos. 34% approval among young voters.
That's a big warning.
This is all
of it,
this
but
is
particularly
all a
that
warning sign
number
for Joe Biden.
The Latino vote and Latino preference here, and now a big gap here with 61% disapproval of President Biden and just 28% approval.
This, as our new poll shows, the president's approval among black voters is down 17 points since the first year of his presidency. Mr. Biden is also down by double digits among Latinos, voters without a college degree, and independents. And as we mentioned, 59% of Democratic primary voters tell us they want to see a challenger to President Biden.
And just 24% said that they were confident that Biden can unite our country, a nearly 25-point drop. Maybe that blood red MAGA speech had something to do with that one.